Oh, we're recording. It's week 46 of This Week in Comics, or as we like to call it, Pete's Week in Comics, because Sid isn't here, so you know what that means. It means we have fun, we have Pete's Week in Comics. And if Sid was here, he'd be having a go at me going, oh, if Pete was here, all he'd be doing is reading Superman and talking about DX. But anyway, enough of that. We're going to get on to reviewing some of the big comic releases of this week. So, as you no doubt know, we had some very sad news this week that the grandfather of all comics, Stan Lee, sadly passed away at the ripe old age of 95. But he does leave behind an excellent legacy with a load of great comic characters that he helped co-create or create himself, and one of which was the X-Men, which is getting a brand new issue 1 this week with Uncanny X-Men. Now, this is a bumper-sized issue. It's legacy numbering 620, but for all you issue 1 collectors, it is an issue 1. So if you've maybe not read X-Men in a while, you've not been enjoying X-Men Blue or Gold or Red or any of the many colours of X-Men that have been released, but you've wanted the Uncanny X-Men to come back, this is your week. So a new jumping on point for all you X-Men fans. I'm going to give this one a read, I think, just see what it's like, because I am a bit of an X fan and I like to keep up with what those crazy mutants are up to. So if you've missed the Uncanny X-Men, this is your week. Get it bought, get it on your standing order, save a load of money by getting 20% off. Another title from Marvel that Stan Lee had a big hand in is The Avengers. And this week, we're not only on issue 10 of this new series, it's issue 700 in the legacy numbering. So Jason Aaron and Ed McGuinness are doing great things for The Avengers at the moment. A great book that I know you're all reading. Don't really need any push to help sell this one, but because it was such a significant milestone, not only 10 issues in, but 700 issues in, I thought it'd be worth a mention, and I'm sure you're all reading it, and I don't need to tell you any more about the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. So every week on the show, Sid likes to talk about a new Image comic that he doesn't really know anything about, but he's ordered it, so he likes to mention it. This week is no different with, I didn't even know what it's called, Bitter Root, issue 1. I had a flick through it. It's got some people in it, it's got some monsters in it. So if you're into people and you're into monsters, Bitter Root's a way to go. It's a number 1. It's from Image. Image always do good books. They're always cult favourites, and they can do pretty much no wrong at the moment. So yeah, if you're into your issue 1s, which I know a lot of you are, and you want to try something a bit different, and you like people and monsters, Bitter Root issue 1 is the way to go. Now, I know Sid's going to be absolutely gutted not to be here to talk about this one, but it's Mr. Miracle issue 12. I'm sure you've heard Sid speak about this countless times on the show, but this maxi series is coming to an end with its final issue 12. And I know a lot of you have been enjoying this one hell of a lot, and you've been very excited about issue 12 hitting stores. Tom King continues to do brilliant things for DC, not just on Mr. Miracle, but with Batman. He's doing a Superman story for the Walmart exclusive comics, if you're lucky enough to get your hands on those. But Mr. Miracle has been a bit of an unexpected hit. The Fourth World characters that Jack Kirby created have a definite audience, a definite niche audience, but never have they been quite as popular as they are with Mr. Miracle. So if you've been enjoying this series, pick up issue 12, wrap the story up, let us know what you think in the comments, and if maybe you've been waiting for the trade or hardcover like I have been, that can't be far behind now, so look forward to that. So I know a lot of you out there are Joss Whedon fans, and he has a lot of comic book properties based on his properties. We've had Buffy comics, we've had Angel comics, and we have also got Firefly comics, and they're back with a new issue 1 written by Greg Pak from Boom Studios. If you're a fan of Firefly and the Serenity movie, I'm sure you're going to be picking this one up. I don't need to sell that to any of you Serenity or Firefly fans, but they might do Firefly flans. Who knows what they eat in space? I don't know. I never watched Firefly, but if they did eat flans, let me know. But if you are into Firefly, or maybe you're not, and you want to read about it before you sit down and watch the series, give this brand new number 1 from Boom a try. So a couple now for you video game fans. Firstly, for you Sony fans, God of War issue 1 is hitting stands. It's by Chris Robertson, Tony Parker and E.M. Gist, that popular creative team. But this is based around the brand new game, which came out around April last year. I know that because I got it for my birthday. But yeah, if you enjoyed the God of War games, which I know you all do, and you want more from that universe, you want more of Kratos ripping things heads off and gods fighting each other, God of War's for you. It also features a bear, and I know a lot of people are fans of bears, especially at Christmas time. You get bears for Christmas because they're cuddly and they keep you warm in the winter. But this bear does not look to be keeping Kratos warm, it's instead trying to kill him. So if you want to find out if Kratos does beat the bear, grab God of War issue 1. So the second video game based comic we're going to be talking about this week is Life is Strange. I know everyone loves Life is Strange as much as they like bears, but Life is Strange, if you don't know, it's very similar in vein to the Telltale video games such as Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us and all those, where you get to make choices which alter the story, and in the end your choices make a difference to what happens to all the characters. Now we've had the first season of Life is Strange on all good video game formats. We had a prequel series, and the new series has just started with brand new characters. But this comic features the original characters, whose name I've forgotten, Chloe and the other one. So if you are a fan of the Life is Strange video games, you should be checking out the comic, because it's more stories featuring those characters that you all know and love and are not currently getting in the new season of the games. So check it out, all you Life is Strange fans. And last but by no means least, it's time for my graphic novel pick of the week, and it's not Superman, no, it's Superboy, by the all-star team of Carl Kessel and Tom Grummett, my personal favourite Superman creators there. They did this amazing run on Superboy, aka Connor Kent, back in the 90s. It's a lot of fun, it's beautifully drawn, beautifully written, and if you want to get him on board with this, the reason I'm promoting it is because we've got the new Young Justice series starting in January. It features the return of Connor Kent, aka Superboy. So if you want to read some of his early adventures from the 90s, before he was given the name Connor, you want to check out Superboy by Carl Kessel and Tom Grummett. One of my favourite all-time comic book runs, and one that you should definitely be reading. So that brings us to the end of another video. Hopefully Sid will be back next week. If he's not, don't worry, I've got you covered. Pete's Week in Comics is brilliant, so we don't really need him, but we like to have him along for the ride. So before I go, all I've got to say is, don't be like a tortoise with rigor mortis. Get to the shop and put in your orders. That works. That honestly works. It's good. It kind of rhymes. Same time next week.